Hello, everyone. My name is Nicholas, and like many others, I've definitely experienced communication apprehension and speech anxiety. For me, my body goes into this fight mode before I start speaking. I can tell that because my heart rate starts to increase, my muscles tensen, and my body temperature starts to rise. My favorite method to manage some of this anxiety is a simple process, which usually includes 5 steps. I like to focus on controlling my body and building confidence. I think building confidence is key for me as well as practicing. So the first thing that I will do is I will practice positive recall. So what I'll do is I will think of past success, happiness, or a time when I was fulfilled. This usually helps reduce stress and it also boosts my confidence. Another thing I like to do is practice power posing. So power posing helps me feel confident. I'll stand tall with my arms out and keep my feet planted. And this tricks my brain into thinking I'm confident even though I'm nervous. Another thing I like to do is control my facial expressions. I like to have a relaxed smile. I like to make steady eye contact. And another thing I like to do is practice great posture. I think like everyone else, we're on our devices a lot these days and it's hard and we have to be aware of our posture. Owning your stance, keeping your feet planted and standing still, using hand gestures typically helps me have good posture. And I think the last and most important thing for me is to practice. I think the more you practice, the more prepared you are, and this overall will make you more confident. I like to rehearse with note cards, I like to use visual aids, and I like to also time my speech just to get an idea of my pace and how fast or how slowly I need to talk. And this usually helps the speech sound not as scripted, which is a great example of extemporaneous speaking. It sounds more natural. All of these tools connect to what we've learned so far in this class. Communication apprehension and speech anxiety are all very normal parts of the speaking process. And if we can be aware and practice, we can turn that nervous energy into something more productive. Over time, I've realized for me that managing presentation anxiety isn't about trying to get rid of it. I don't think I'll ever get rid of it. I don't mind speaking, I don't mind presentations. In fact, I do like them, but I still have that nervousness and that anxiety, and my body still feels that adrenaline rush. So I think it's not about getting rid of it, but for me, I can practice to control it with mindfulness, I can prepare, and I can also use confidence building strategies. And this will help me to engage my audience and also deliver my message clearly and confidently. I also want to thank you for listening to my speech. Thank you.